Well, I recently came into quite a load of solar panels, and I'm really excited to get these hooked up. Only thing I need to do is get a new charge controller and possibly get another battery or two before I hook them all up. And then we'll be a step closer to living out my dream of living completely off solar panels. I'm not about to pay for wire if I don't have to. I actually found this in the dumpster, if I remember correctly. I got a lot of old wires, and this was, I believe, if it's the same piece of wire, I believe this was a new construction they were building, and they had just thrown this short piece in the scrap pile. And so I just said, well, I'm gonna take it home with me. They're throwing it to the landfill, so I'm taking this coating off, this orange coating, and then I can use these individual wires for my solar power. Let me tell you folks, this was super easy. So all I did was strip off this orange outer covering, and then I stripped the ends just enough to fit into the connectors. And this is free wire right here. I mean, they were throwing this away at a new construction site. It was in the dumpster, and I was just able to get it out, and now I'm hooking up my solar power with it. This is a lot better than going to Lowe's Hardware, people. All right, folks, I met with quite a surprise here today. Last time I plugged this up to a battery, I don't remember it working at all. And so when it started lighting up and powering on, I was very surprised. Only problem is this is a 30 amp charge controller, and my solar panels are way exceeding that amperage. So that is a real problem, which is why I've only connected the positive. This is coming from the solar panels, this wire, and then this green one is the negative, but I haven't hooked that in because I was afraid I'm gonna burn this whole charge controller up, especially now that it's working. I'll probably just leave it like this. And so this is not charging anything because I don't have the panels hooked up, but this charge controller right here is charging it. But see, I showed you in another video that this thing is not working correctly. So instead of trying to fix that thing, which I don't know if it can be fixed easily, I'll probably just use this to read my battery voltage, which is at 13 volts right now, that's really nice that it will light up, and you can even push this button and it'll light up well, it's going through different modes. There's all kinds of different settings on this, but 12.9 volts right now, and that is very nice, if I do say so myself. If you're a solar enthusiast, I guess it might be interesting to you, which I guess is why you're watching this video. But anyway, my plan is to get a bigger solar charge controller because I do not want to burn this one up, and that's going to be a little while before I can get that, and then I'll probably switch over to a 48 volt system eventually in the future. Right now I'm on a 12 volt system, and these are all wired in parallel like I said in a previous video. And if I had 4 12 volt batteries, I could wire them all in series, and then that would up the voltage to 48 volts or so, and so that might allow me to use this charge controller, and I could hook my solar panels into this charge controller if it was a 48 volt system. But I'm no electrician, I'm no engineer, so I'm taking one step at a time, very slowly, cautiously, because I don't want to blow anything up over here. Not that I'm going to blow anything up, but I have seen some rare occasions if you hook the wrong gauge wire into the wrong charge controller with the high enough wattage of solar panels, you can cause a fire. So I'm being very cautious about this because I don't want to cause a fire out here. So I'll probably get a new charge controller at some point, and probably not anytime soon. That is in the works, but we're still working on it. Some of those charge controllers can be rather expensive, so a 30 amp charge controller probably not too bad, $100, maybe $200 online, and then if I want to get a bigger one, it's going to be several $100s, if not more than that, and that is what I'm not looking forward to buying. really, I'm just going to keep it on the small scale for right now, and once we get to a point where we can get a larger charge controller, that is when I can get maybe another 12-volt battery and switch over to 48 volts. And if I not just trade all these batteries in and get a 48-volt battery in of itself. So I may do that as well. I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of talking about my plans for solar here on my property. I'm really looking forward to getting a new charge controller. I just can't afford to get one. I just don't want to. I don't want to spend a few $100s and then I'll be not worth it. I want to do my research. I want to do my due diligence in that area before I spend a lot of money. If I drop a lot of money on this, it needs to power my house. That's the end goal. That is what we want to do here, and I don't want to just be throwing hundreds of dollars out here and it not be able to power my house. So that's what we're working towards. All right, well, I've done enough rambling for today about solar panels, and I'll see y'all next time.